Hello, my name is Ken Craddock, and I am the CIO and Director of Technology for Moses Auto Group. I live and work in the state of West Virginia in the United States, and my company specifically hired me about 10 years ago. And at the time, I had some very easy IT wins. I was coming from the banking industry, and before that, I had spent several years in higher education. So I understood the core central functions of IT that this company had not grasped yet. And they had just completed an acquisition in the same year they hired me, and they had enterprise level IT problems and challenges that they didn't know the answers to. So it was a chance for me to join an organization and build an IT department from the ground up, but also build it in my mold and to centralize functions that, in my opinion, were easy wins within the first couple years. We developed the network, we put a unified email server system in place, put some basic standards for disaster recovery and business continuity, and the company has grown by leaps and bounds since then. And I got to a point where I realized, I knew what I knew, but I didn't know things that I didn't know, if that makes sense. And I think artificial intelligence, it's a buzzword, you hear it everywhere. And I think if you ask 10 different people what artificial intelligence means, you probably get 10 different answers. So I knew I needed to learn more. I knew I needed to be able to apply it because we are a traditional business founded on traditional principles. And we need to be on the cutting edge of innovation and digital transformation because we have competitors sitting on the doorstep. We're a traditional car dealership. We have 17 brands, so we're hedged in terms of entry level to luxury brands, and we have a very large used car presence. And of course, in fixed operations, the service lane, parts department, there are revenue streams there. This is the ultimate entrepreneurial business, in my opinion. But we have competitors sitting on the doorstep like a Carvana, who are digital from the ground up, and they're not really making money now, but that could change in the future. So we realize we must digitally transform as well. And I think this course is an opportunity to learn foundationally not just how artificial intelligence works, but how to insert it correctly into an organization. And that's what I'm pulling from this course so far. Is it's one thing to recognize innovation must be in place, but it's another one to deliberately insert it correctly and have it be accepted by the organization. It's one thing to have buy-in from the executive team, but you need every stakeholder to buy into any organizational change as well. This reminds me so much of a TED Talk that I think so much of from Harvard professor Linda Hill about creative collectivism and how creative abrasion, creative agility leads to creative resolutions. And so that's kind of what's resonating with me right now. And I think that these first few assignments are getting us to think in the right direction on, not just defining the problem correctly, but thinking about how you position it within an organization and have it be accepted. I think that's probably the biggest chore. I think the technical answers are one thing, but then how to insert it into the organization and have it be work and tangible and transform the company. That's what I really want to learn how to do. I feel like that's what we're on the precipice of learning how to do. And I think a prestigious institution like MIT, it carries a lot of weight. There's a lot of talented people in this course, and I feel like I can pull as much from them as I can from the course material, just from all the varying careers and experience and people all over the globe. So I'm very excited to be here, and I hope to do my very best, and I'm pretty confident I'll learn quite a bit. So until the next time.